welcome. In today's episode of Sparkling Talks, we've got special guests, Avner Gal, CEO of the enterprise iRomaScents, and Erin Berry, iRomaScents Vice President Marketing and Strategy Partnership. Welcome, and nice to have you here in our studio.
Thank you. Thank you for having us.
Nice to meet you.
It was a nice story because we met on CES in Las Vegas this year, and where you were showing your invention. Could you tell us something more about what's the device, how we can use it, and how it will revolutionize the way we buy scents, fragrances?
Okay, certainly, with pleasure. So first of all, the device itself, called iRomaScents, it contains 45 scents in this container, which called drum. And the system can contain up to 3 different devices, so altogether 135 fragrances. Now, it's important to understand that actually this is not only for fragrances in the shop for retail, but the device itself actually acts as a platform for a variety of applications. So it can have scented movies. So you see a movie in the movie theater or at home, if it's a video. And then according to the episodes, you will also smell. Like, for example, if there is some Western and somebody shooting on another guy, you will smell also the gunpowder.
Oh, yeah.
Or if it's a car stopping all of a sudden, then you'll smell the tires. You can use it also as an input for the story behind the movie, and the smell that you will smell during the episodes will tell you that something is going to happen. So it's not only just to smell the coffee, but much more than that. So that's for scented movies, scented videos at home. Imagine yourself in the next stage, you'll be able to see some, cooking program, and then you'll be able also to smell what you get the appetite.
Yeah, so that gives us very immersive, powerful tool.
Absolutely.
But when it comes to retail itself, and so how does it work? Okay, I'm in shop. I'm a man, so I'm not very, picky, let's say, on fragrances, and but I don't know how this kind of device can help me find the fragrance that I'm looking for, the best for me.
Most men doesn't like to talk with the shop ladies. When men go shopping, when the shop ladies, shop sales approach you, hi, how can I help you? And most men just, I'll go look at myself. And this also happens a lot with the women as well. People, especially nowadays, they are less likely to interact with the sales shop staff. People like to look for the things themselves. Most of them, they even do some homeworks to thinking maybe I'll like it. But iRomaScents, these products in the shops that actually help the consumers to explore some new possibilities in the more interactive way that's only between the consumer themselves with our system. So it's more, more perspective from the consumer's point of view, rather than this is the best sales, this is the most popular products, that you sort of being influenced in that way.
It's important to understand that it sounds very strange, but we are shopping for fragrances exactly like in the medieval times. We're in the 21st century. Some people didn't notice that, but we are there. And it's about time to change the way that we're shopping for fragrances in an appropriate way. And that's exactly what iRomaScents is going to do. It changes completely the whole market and the whole way of people shopping for fragrances. So today, going to the shop, and the seller is coming to you and spits on you a variety of fragrances. After 4 or maximum 5, you are saturated. You cannot distinguish anything anymore. And according to what actually you are testing these specific fragrances? According to nothing. Okay, so our system changes this completely. How? We have a wizard, the AI wizard, which actually asks the user, the customer, variety of questions. Some of the questions refer to the fragrances, and some of the questions refer to the personality. What are you looking for? What do you prefer? And so on and so forth. And after less than a minute, literally less than a minute, the AI wizard gives you a solution, which is actually a recommendation for the best fragrance that is in the shop. Otherwise, what's the point? And 3 other alternatives. So far, during the process, you didn't smell anything. So your olfactory system is completely clean. And only after the process is done and the recommendation appears on the screen, then you can try it. You can actually not only try it, but you can look for the parameters, the specifications of the fragrances. You can see also on the screen the price according to the different volumes, and then you can smell it. And if you like it, fine. The next step is just to print it with this small printer. And then you can actually, when you smell it, so you don't smell it directly, but using a blotter, okay, that you put in front of the device, okay, and then you print the name of the particular item, and you can actually attach it to the blotter, and then we're going to that with this to the cashier, and you have it. Okay.
As simple as that.
As simple as that. And again, the most important is it takes less than a minute. And why did I change it? Why did I say that it changed completely the shopping way?
So with this iRomaScents, especially the AI wizard, it makes the shopping experience more intuitive and more streamlined in a very, very direct way that interact with the consumer themselves. So that may help the customer to make up their mind to purchase or to decide which one they like in a very, very straightforward, short way.
So talking about the experience in CES last year, the keynote speaker was the CEO of L'Oreal. He understands something in this field, obviously.
Yes, sure.
And he said that 70% of the people have fatigue. They cannot make up their mind because the difference between today and the medieval times, again, the way is exactly the same, but the difference is that today the amount or the possibilities is by far bigger than what it used to be at that time. So just imagine yourself if you see in front of you, let's say, 100 or 200 or even 50 different fragrances. How can you make up your mind?
Sure. I'm just wondering, how did you came up with the questionnaire behind it? Because it sounds like the mixture of psychology, of, I don't know, kinesthetic, or was there some special algorithm behind that?
Well, this is a very one of the questions that I really like, because there is a very nice story behind it. We started to develop this application during the COVID era. And as you remember, at that time, the air was closed. You cannot fly anywhere, okay? Yes. So I'm from Israel, Erin is from England, and the only communication at that time was during, all the internet and Zoom and so on. So we did what we believed is the best. We came up with some question for the questionnaire, but again, you need to try it. You need to go to the market, to the real market, and you check it, that it makes sense, and eventually that the decision, the recommendation of the AI wizard is correct. So we did what we believe was good. We felt very good with that. And then the air was opening. 3 days, literally 3 days after that, I catch the first flight to London, and we spent hours on hours and many, many kilometers between different shops, brand shops, multi-brand shops, big shopping centers, small shopping centers, just shop by itself. And we just observed. We look on the process. We looked on what are the people thinking, what we can understand from their body language. We were listening to the correspondence between the sellers and the buyers. We were looking how the sellers behave and so on. And then we went to another shop that Erin likes the brand. And we came in order to buy her some fragrance.
We have a chat, so we as a customers. So we went through the whole process, talking with the shop sales. I guess I smell about 10 bottles and spent around 25 minutes to half an hour. I couldn't make any decision. I don't know which one I like. Yeah.
And then come the big story. Then we went out of the store bare hands. As Erin said, she didn't make up her mind. She couldn't make up her mind. And we went to the store in the middle of Oxford Street in London. And then I had to say that I yelled, "Eureka!" And she was looking at me, I'm not with him. Why Eureka? Because I realized that everything we did, 3 months of operation, was for nothing. We came up with the wrong questions, and we realized that after this observation, which was missing because of the situation. And then we came back to the drawing table, and we rewrote the entire questions from the beginning. And then after a year and a half of development, we had a prototype. We went to CES in Las Vegas, and we just let the people try it without saying anything. Let the people try, like in the reality, okay? And we heard the reaction, the feedback, and we said.
And what was the feedback?
The feedback was excellent. We were surprised, to be honest. We were surprised. It was so positive. And people loved it. Where can I find it? It must be in any Sephora shop. It must be in any Ulta Beauty shop. This is the future. It's great. We were positively surprised. It's much more than we expected. And most importantly, we realized that the questionnaire was good, because when we developed it, we were considering two things. One, that the questionnaire will be good in order to lead you to the right recommendation. And two, it cannot be too long.
Sure.
So it has to be very user-friendly also. And all this was tested during CES.
Not only CES, but all through the variety of trade shows. So in the trade shows, we tested men, women, the age, that's all the trade shows people age. But then later on, we also went to like a pop-up stores. In the pop-up stores, the average age are below 40. Majority are 20, around 20s. So these are the people that actually go shopping, to go to the shop, they go to the stores, they spend money. So they are the one that are actually looking for this new experience. So when they test it, they try it, they catch it just like that. We don't need to tell them or teach them what do you need to do in the next step. So when they try, they use it, they just, wow, why the shops don't have it? And then some younger generations are, I wish fragrance shopping that easy.
I'm thinking now from the perspective of the marketeer, of some fragrances. For example, I would be afraid that maybe my fragrance is not likable or something like this, that within the recommendations, it won't pop up so frequently and then I have a bigger risk of not getting my share of the market. Do you have any feedback from marketers' side, from brand managers' side?
Yes, but before that, just one more thing. Talking about the experience, one of the very common reaction is people didn't believe that it was so precise. That's important. It's very precise. And how do we know that? Because they tell, oh, this is what I use, or this is what I used to use, and so on. And it happens much more frequently than we expected. So this is another surprise.
And as a marketer, when you introduce some products, so yes, it's not always pop up because the individual selections process will be recommended. But exactly like in the shop, the shop sales will not always represent you or sells this bottle, this is the bottle that you must have, this is the bottle the best. Because eventually customers still have their mind that what do I like to have, what is good for me. And in our experience that we have people say, oh, this is the one that I always want to try, but I never tried. Or this is the brand that I heard about it. And it come up with the recommendations. So after they tried, now I have a new brand, a new bottles that would be in my shopping list.
And do you see, for example, some kind of tendency that there are some more popular scents than others? Like,
this is another great question, because what we do, apart from the wizard itself, also we collect during doing the wizard, we collect all the data. Now, today there is no way to collect all this data, obviously, because nobody asked these questions. We collect all this data, and one of our services is a post-sale service that we are statistically analyzing all the data again, this is very, very unique.
Mhm, yeah.
And for the shoppers and for the brands, this is great because there is no way to do that. There's no tool like this in the moment. At the moment, so based on that, they can change the marketing. They can change the sales efforts. They know what, let's say, for example, age group of tatatam prefer if they are coming from the rural or coming from the urban.
Mhm.
For example, again, a variety of parameters that are all collected from the wizard. So we are cross-correlate between all these parameters and do the analysis.
Mhm.
This is a tool, and data today is
Yes, that is
everything.
the king. Yeah.
So this is the tool, and actually the only tool, as I said, that you can have it.
So did you have any requests on those kind of data from marketeers' side? Are you
When we
willing
show
to
it
share it?
when we show them, they open their eyes,
Okay.
widely open their eyes, and they also, when we tell, we didn't mention all the benefits of this approach. Like for example, you spare a lot of real estate. Now today you have a big shop that has all these fragrances. You don't need it anyway. In this little drum, we have 45. And as we mentioned earlier, the system can support up to 3 devices, 135 different fragrances. This is a lot.
Yeah, that's
For a regular shop, this is a lot. And again, today, for the human being, when they want to make a decision, the more fragrances, the harder the decision is. In our system, the more the system can give you a better
adjustments. To
yes.
your needs. Mhm.
So that's a super benefit for both the seller and the marketer.
Mhm.
And I tell you something else, that the average, it depends on places, but generally speaking, the average conversion rate is about 5%. Okay, 5, 10%, but that's it, very low. With our system, according to our experience, it comes up to 95%.
Oh, well, it's
It's a
that's
major
good news.
change, major change.
Yeah, in our last event with the pop-up shops, over 90%, everybody said they will buy the recommended fragrance that they found,
Mhm.
and they like it.
Yeah, that's impressive.
And there was a guy that he was quite funny because that was before the lunchtime break. So he came in, and then with his phone, he was talking with his wife, and
He got a mission.
Yeah, he got a mission. He straight in to come to our station, and then talking with his wife with his phone, said, "Okay, so now I'm here. I'll switch the screen to show you, and you tell me what to do." So he took his wife in the other side. He's showing his wife the wizard, and then they go one step, and then came out with the recommendation, the one that was most suitable to you, and then 3 you may also like. And then he looked at the screen. He said, no, this brand you are talking about it, but there is this brand and this brand, this one. So tell me which one. And then his wife said, okay, you try it, you smell it for me. So he smelled, okay, this one, I think you'll like this one. This is this brand, and this one is the one that you normally would prefer. And then his wife, okay, the other one, that brand, I don't know. I want to try that one.
Okay.
So he went through 1, 2, 3, 4, and then he picked 2. He took a picture, and then he told his wife, okay, these 2, I think you'll like it. And I'm taking these 2 samples, and then if you like it, then we'll go to buy it.
Yeah, that's
And to
That
take
was
this
quite
new
funny.
way,
Yeah.
And to take this one step further, actually, we also developed. We are still in the last stage of the development. The similar AI wizard that you can do it at home. So we call it iRoma Online, and you can follow exactly the same process. However, you don't have the ability to smell because you don't have all the smells. So when you push the button for smelling, instead you get a map with the shops that have this particular item in your neighborhood. So that's another level. Yeah.
Cool. That sounds really, really interesting. And when it comes to your business, on what stage are you now?
Okay, so actually now we are after we stabilized, we see that everything is okay. We tweak a little bit here and there when based on the feedback from the market, and now we feel that we are very, very stabilized, and we know exactly that it works. The feedback, as I said, very, very positive. So now we started recently to do the commercialization. So we are focusing on the U.S. market, in the Japanese market, and just recently we get also very much request from Latin America as well as from Europe. So we are starting also in the very beginning stage of starting to go to Brazil, Mexico, Europe, and continue with Japan and North America.
Sounds like an
So, a
very
lot of work.
exciting
There's
scale.
a lot of activities going on,
Okay.
especially in Japan. The Japanese they use it in the combinations, like some of the new products that in the system but not actually in the stores. So they use this in the shops to drive the traffic to their online shops.
Mhm.
So not everybody come to shopping that they will make up their mind wants to buy on the spot. But they use this opportunity to introduce the products that exist in the shops, but also not in the shops. When the customer go back home, then they go to their website. So they told us their website orders increased.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay, so tell me now, what's your vision for the future for iRomaScent?
We believe, it's not only a vision, we strongly believe that it's a matter of time. Don't ask me what exactly the time, but a few years, iRomaScents will be the norm in every single store, big, small, brand, no brand, multi-brand, that sells fragrances. It will be a must because people fed up, and we hear a lot of feedback from the people that try our devices. Especially the Gen Z, they like to everything to do immediately. They don't want people to disturb them.
Mhm.
Don't talk to me. And after all, don't forget, when we're talking about fragrance, this is a very intimate issue. Okay,
Mhm. Mhm.
so they want to do it among themselves, completely objective, and that's exactly what iRomaScents give them. So we certainly believe that after it's like a hockey stick. After some of the shops will start to use this, the other shop will have to. It's like the loudspeakers in the movie theaters. Originally, nobody used it because silent movies, and then when they started with the loudspeakers, and that requires a lot of change in the movie theaters, people were against it. But after people understood what is the power of a movie with sound, then everybody followed that. We believe that it will exactly will happen for the shopping of fragrances.
Erin, anything to add?
Oh, I think Avner gave a very good summarize. That's what we believe it, because all through the process, all these young new generations, they all said shop for the fragrance should be that easy, and then also less barrier to enter through this process.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And we didn't mention, we just mentioned the other applications, but one slogan that we're using, which is a reality, smell sells.
Mhm.
Okay. So, just imagine yourself in the movie theater, not only the scent for the movies, but also smells for commercials, commercial ad with smell. The only thing that we are afraid of, if during a movie there will be some, let's say, some hamburger, and
Mhm.
you smell it, and everybody will run
Everyone.
away to buy the hamburger. The smell has a lot of power. It has also the sense that has the longest memory. So that's why we have other applications like for museums and education, and also some people suffer from anosmia, loss of their smell sense.
Mhm.
So we have also some treatment for that.
Mhm.
So the sky is not the limit for us.
Yeah, for example, one of our use case, these clients, he actually used our device with his family history short video, and when he organized a bunch of their VIP to learn about their family histories, and from time to time during that time period, there's a specific sense coming out, and then after the stories are finished, and then they're back to their room to talk about variety of products. All these VIPs, they said, I remember this smell. This smell was happened during that time frame in your family history. That event happened.
Mhm.
Yeah, smell sells.
Yes.
Sure.
And another slogan that we adopted from the feedback, people were smelling this in a process for less than a minute, literally, and they start smiling. So we came up with another slogan: smell and smile.
Thank you for the conversation. It was very sensual. Avner, Erin, thank you, and wish you all the best. Thank
Thank
you.
you very much.
Thank you.